Hi, I'm Jeremy.
I'm AJ.
And I have no idea what we're going to talk about. A lot. Yeah, totally.
No charges are going to be pressed. There's no indictment going to be made. There is nothing's going to happen. There are a few more details out about it. The guy was actually felt really bad after beating the guy. Like called up 911 and said, "This guy's about to die. Please get here real fast." But even the grand jury is saying, "Yeah, he's good."
Totally safe. All right, next up, our House of Representatives, Congress, has held Attorney General Eric Holder in contempt of Congress for withholding documents relating to a little operation they called Operation Fast and Furious. Now, if you don't know what that is, that's okay, because, well, it was a operation where the government tried to catch Mexican gun runners by selling guns to the gun runners. Not like fake guns or whatever, because really, honestly, if you try to do fake stuff, they'll just shoot you. So they brought real guns, and then the operation went bad, and all those real guns that we brought to the meeting got taken away. And so now President Obama and Attorney General Holder are trying to exert some kind of executive privilege on behalf of President Obama to not share these documents. Now, apparently, the only way that that can legally stand, and I quote, is if the executive privilege is questioned covering internal deliberative documents that did not relate to confidential communications involving the president himself. So, if the documents did not actually relate to the president talking about it and, in actual confidential communications, then he can't do that. And if he can do that, that is also damning evidence against him as to what they're withholding. So they actually have to talk about what they're withholding from Congress if they try and withhold stuff. So,
they're just in a bad situation.
Yeah, so angry.
Back here in Texas, where something I can't be proud of at all. A woman with 3 children in a car, ages 5, 12, and 16, had an accident. Ran into a bus. Okay, that happens. Whatever, might be her fault. Whatever. She then decided to get out of the car, leaving all 3 children there. Go to a local CVS, kind of like a Walgreens, by the way, if you don't know what CVS is.
Or Rite Aid, depending on your section of the country.
Right. Went in, got some ice cream, and proceeded to remove all of her clothing.
She got naked.
Police don't know why she's been arrested for child endangerment, but...
Well, police don't know why she got naked. She's been arrested for child endangerment.
So, to separate those two, right?
Comma.
Overall, yeah, I'm just confused. Either way, it's a thing.
Speaking of things, Ashton Kutcher and his media group, Catalyst Media, is suing the California Department of Motor Vehicles. Now, if you don't understand why, that's okay. I didn't even know he was trying to make a reality show about the DMV. But apparently they had contracts signed and la-di-da, and now 6 weeks later, the DMV is like, actually, it is not in our best interest to do this. So, sawed off, sucker.
They're like, okay, we're going to sue you then.
Yeah, so apparently a minimum of $1.4 million is being requested on the production company's behalf because of all the pre-production and blah, blah, blah. And granted, that's 6 weeks. They might have been able to spend that much money, which is really depressing. I couldn't spend that much money in 6 weeks.
I don't know. I think I could. Up in Canada, they've got something going that I think I actually would like to see more often. I don't know. There's a gym, but in a good way. There's a gym that has decided to ban skinny people. Basically, if you look skinny, you look in shape. The name of the company is Body Exchange, by the way. Yeah, if you're too skinny, you're out. So really, if you hit your target weight, you've hit your target weight when they kick you out. So
that's super effective.
As a bigger guy that's gone into a gym and been rather uncomfortable with the sheer amount of really healthy people, I actually would like to see this.
They're judging you. And on to movie news. Now, I am actually really excited about the Pixar prequel Monsters University. For those of you who haven't seen Monsters, Inc., do. It is hilarious. It's Billy Crystal and John Goodman kind of in some of their finest hour, honestly. And this one's supposed to be a prequel, so it's still going to be like screams and blah, blah, blah. For those of you who don't know about the ending of that, I'm not going to spoil it. But it's them in college and shenanigans and such. We're going to put a link right here for the YouTube video that is the teaser. So check it.
Mike, disco ball. That's all I'm saying.
And, of course, the other side of that from kids' movies, we will go to
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Oh, my God.
Okay, there's really wide opinions about this. It's coming up. Basically what it is, Abraham Lincoln secretly had a life as a vampire hunter. And
while being
detailing that.
president.
Right. So, obviously action-packed, really liberal in the history. I'm kind of iffy about it, if only because the actor doesn't really look like Abraham Lincoln. I don't know. That would kind of get it for me. But hunting vampires, which is actually going to be just the start of movies like this. We're also going to be getting FDR, American Bad A. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, in a wheelchair, hunting werewolves. Yes.
Maybe he gets put there because of the werewolves? Ooh. That will be interesting. So, the other side of that, of course, is the people who think they are attacking the image of these great presidents. And, I would have preferred, like, Teddy Roosevelt, Vampire Hunter or something, because he was actually, like, an outdoorsman and guns and stuff.
A little more believable.
Yeah, a little bit more believable. Also, historical fiction, in this particular case. All right, now I kind of wanted to cover this story on a Florida teenager who, back in 2009, he and 3 of his friends were having they call it a dispute over $40. They don't say who owed who what, about what, and blah, blah, blah. But in the dispute, this boy who... well, I'm going to ruin the surprise. He got set on fire. But he had his bike stolen, or his dad's bike stolen from his house. He told the cops. The cops arrested these 3 guys, or one of the 3 guys. He spent a night in jail, got out. He and the 2 friends went, accosted the boy, soaked him in alcohol, and lit him on fire. And burned 65% of his body. The other 2 friends recently, or back a couple of years ago when it happened, just pled no contest. They're like, yeah, we did it. And they've been spending time in jail. And allegedly the one of whom was owed money, Matthew Bent, now 17, has been found guilty for aggravated battery because allegedly he didn't do the setting on fire, so he's not going to be spending that much time in jail. So, 4.5 years to 15 years in prison. They're not quite sentenced him yet, but he is found guilty in a court of law. And,
So for all you teenagers who think you can get away with anything, yeah, he was tried as an adult.
Yeah, happened when he was 15. And he set a boy on fire. By the way, don't set people on fire, idiot. If you're going to commit a crime, like, no, don't.
Yeah,
just don't commit crimes, period.
Like this guy in our last story of the day. Thank you, Hiram, by the way, for
Hiram!
the story.
Oh, so good.
Okay, so there's a guy owns a glass tinting shop. Forget the name real quick. In Either way, it had been broken into recently, and carries detail and window tint. There it is. And so, when he heard glass breaking, and recently when he was staying a little bit after hours, he decided, you know what, I'm not going to take this. So he grabbed his Norwegian battle axe and chased after the guy. And it turns out that this guy, Bo Danish, also has combat and martial arts training, and also regularly participates in local Renaissance Festival. He took the perp down.
I'm pretty sure it's the one that we know of in Plantersville called the Texas Renaissance Festival. Which happens between awesome. October and November, and it is awesome, by the by.
Either way, I mean, it details at one point taking the guy by the belt and throwing him over a car.
Threw him over, not on, over a car.
And then held him down until police came and, in a hold. I don't even know. It doesn't matter. He held him down. It turns out the guy was an employee, well, I guess now former employee of his. But, yeah, go Bo.
Go Bo. And that concludes today's Extraordinary Times. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked it, like it over here. If you really want to like it, favorite it here. Subscribe if you haven't already. And share us with your friends. Thank you so much again for watching. I'm Jeremy.
I'm AJ.
And these are Extraordinary Times. Be aware. Come on, get with it!
Sorry, tired.